And we back.
Let's get
Episode 18.
I lost count.
we losing count. We getting up there now.
It's 18. Yeah.
18, and we got a special guest. We got what's our 5th guest of the season?
What's your name?
What's your name?
What your name is?
Rich. Also, my full name is Richmond Bradshaw Jr.
Okay.
Where you from, Richmond Bradshaw
Where you
Jr.?
Staten Island.
Junior. You gotta say it with your chest.
I'm from Staten Island, particularly the Port Richmond area.
Okay.
Ironically, my name is Richmond, right?
Yeah, facts. We got a Staten Island. I finally got a company up here. You know, I was always the only person from Staten Island, so it's cool to have another brother from Staten Island. Shaolin Island. So you know what I'm saying? What's up? What's up? How's everybody been doing this year so far?
Rough start, but
Let's start this off. What's up?
Let's start with our guest.
Let's start with guess. How your year 2022 going?
I'm expecting a child, so I'm expecting
congratulations, bro. That's what's up. That's
Girl or
what's
boy?
up.
a boy.
I figured. I'm like, it's a bunch of blue on your arm.
Hey, that's dope.
This is my first child. This is my first and my last, I should say.
Already?
They ain't even here yet.
Already?
That's crazy.
That's exciting.
I'm expecting a son, so I'm excited for that. You know,
That's what's up.
my little June. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's what's
okay.
up.
And
That's what's up.
just in between homes, looking for an apartment big enough for the family. You know?
Okay. Yeah,
Nervous about
moving.
it, being a father?
Nah, I'm not nervous.
You ready?
I had plenty of training.
I want a kid in 2 years.
You got your whole life planned
I
out.
got a lot
This is
planned out.
planned out.
This nigga so strategic.
Like he uses the yearly planners as really happening. But
So
so what's up with you? How you feeling? Staten Island leads today.
I feel like, I'm like, I stuck my year starting off good. That's what I'm like.
Unlike y'all.
Stuttering.
Yeah, that's why I feel bad. awkward to answer this way because my January starting off good.
Damn, we need some ice with that deep burn.
My year starting
Need
off
somebody
good.
starting
I feel
off
like,
good.
You know, thank God. Also, FanDuel came to New York. I like betting, so we went and
Whole
money.
gambling addict over here.
Money, you know. Shout out to Steph Curry, made me some money. You know what I'm saying? But this year really started off good. I was telling my friend the other day. I'm like, yo, it started off good. And usually January is always a long month for some reason. I feel like this month really came by fast. But
Yeah.
to me, it's starting off pretty decent. How about you, sis?
God is good.
All the time.
You know, it's not so much that the year started off shitty. It's just like, you know, I take accountability in the choices that I make and the people that I allow in my life. So I allowed them to, you know, push me a little too far over the edge, and I'm almost lost my shit, but I got my shit back. So my New Year starts tomorrow, actually.
So that's good. So you had a rough start, but February's tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm hopeful.
That's
That's why I say God is good, because ain't nobody gonna block my
Need a
blessing.
do-over.
Everything
Yeah,
that's
you
made
start
for
over.
me is gonna be made for me.
Hello.
Amen.
Say that.
Like, brother.
Started off a little rough. We had a couple ER visits. Them damn spasms been kind of crazy lately, so
Okay.
they been getting out of control. But other than that, so now I'm like you. I'm starting. Yeah, this week my New Year
gonna
start
start
this.
tomorrow?
Yeah, start tomorrow. My
you
New Year.
have clothing. You got the whole.
Oh yeah, I got
That's something to be
you know,
excited
yeah, I got a
about, bro.
bunch of new merch.
New logo.
Yeah, I got a this is new. So this is one of the new. It's like this is like what. A couple years ago, but I got a bunch of new merch coming out, and I'm doing a photo shoot for the new merch. I got like 3 new colors, 3 new sweatsuits and stuff, and I still got some
We
of
need
the old ones.
bitches with the fat asses.
Oh yeah, some models.
Holla at
You want a model or something? You
Want a
could
model.
holler at me.
want a six-pack.
Slide in my DM like a dancer. You know what I'm saying? And then I got a photo shoot lined
That's
up. So
exciting, bro.
yeah, I got a bunch of new. I mean, I'm not.
It's not that the good things aren't happening.
Yeah, it's-
You're just saying that there are trials and tribulations.
Exactly. We just letting y'all know that it's all, because we be up here and, we promote a lot lot of positivity and stuff, but we let you know it's real too, and we have our ups and our downs, and we're human also, and
Right.
you know we go through shit. I'm saying, so it's just not. I don't want to sit here and be like everything is all peach and cream. Like, yeah,
Fake.
I was in the ER twice in 1 week. Your boy was going through it. So
You feeling better?
today's been a lot. I feel a lot better. Now that the snow stopped the damn snowstorm. So yeah, I feel a lot better now that that let up. So yeah.
Treacherous weather outside.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't think I could do this New York shit for so long.
Oh yeah, it's over. I don't know. Yeah.
No,
I
I
feel
hate
like that too, man.
I'm
Yeah.
a New York girl.
It's depressing, man. It's depressing.
It's like if you 40 years old, you like the snow, grow up.
Yo,
It's like it's such a kid
It's
thing.
so
I feel
useless, like-
it's so.
Y'all didn't see them having fun on Side Talk New York?
Yo.
That shit looks so
Yeah.
oh
lit.
yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
they-
Y'all gotta
Wow.
be real though.
It
That
did,
shit
it
look
did.
lit. They
What
was
they
like,
doing?
we outside.
They just, you know,
Yo,
they make fun out of everything.
To put it there, but
They
It was in the
crazy.
park, right? Don't snow.
they was in the park wild and they were we
Yeah.
outside.
Boom
The,
box.
shit, the same people
Yeah.
like the Joe Byron.
Joe-
Yeah, them.
That's
Yeah,
the type
it
of
was
shit that
wild.
they was on. That shit had.
was like a
It was
thousand of
a
them.
whole fucking party.
And I was
in Central-
mad at them.
Like I think it was
Mad at
Central
them.
Park. They did it. They do it like every year now.
Yeah,
That
that's
shit was
crazy.
lit. But I will never go outside unless y'all give me like a sleigh and then y'all go.
Yeah, we need some.
These
They
ain't
need to
snow
come up with
ties.
something with the
They
the
need
snow
something
ties.
because
Or,
honestly, now that I have a child, it's like I haven't been into the snow since I was a kid, but he's
Yeah.
into the snow. So it's like, damn, I'm like the
The
mean
Grinch.
mommy.
Yeah.
Sit your ass down. You don't want to go down the snow. Yesterday, I was like, Grandma, you want to go downstairs with me so I could watch you and Poopy in the snow? She's like, what? Like, I do not like the snow.
Yeah.
it's all good, man. But you know, I'm out of here soon. So
Florida's the wave.
yeah, yo, how you know?
Somewhere
I just took a
warm,
guess.
man. Somewhere warm,
Somewhere
yeah.
by the beach,
Tropical.
right?
Yeah.
Guys that used to beach
You going there? I'm
Man,
trying to do West Coast. I'm trying to go to Cali,
Cali?
son. Yeah, bro. It's
It's the Hollywood.
I'm trying.
California.
Yeah, I'm trying. My name in bright lights, baby.
All right, so
yeah.
what's up, bro? So today we drinking water.
Yeah, we
You know what I mean? Usually we drinking wine, but you know, I ain't forgot the
Yeah,
last.
them ER visits.
God, and God
help
turned
Yeah, them
Come
ER
on, water,
those
agua.
ER visits sat me down. So
and
ain't no
God
wine
turned
today.
Into
wine.
Into
No, no.
wine.
Well,
he
no,
turned
God-
water into wine.
Yeah, he did, right?
He ain't turned wine into
The
water. He
water-
turned water into wine. nigga.
It might be the Last Supper. Who knows?
That's why I wanted. That's why I want. He goes tell us about the wine in the car. Damn, wine, water. Hello.
So what's up, bro? I know you know the year started. You know, the rough. What's your message or what you want to talk about?
All right. So this should be airing what? Black History? No,
Black History.
I'm
This is
early,
Black
right?
History Month.
Yeah,
Not yet.
Technically.
Technically, yeah.
Technically.
All right, so I don't know. I just want to say to us, right, as people, I feel like we go against one another. Black men and women. I feel like we go against each other a lot. Like, what's that about? I don't understand. Like, instead of I feel like we act like we don't need one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need each other to exist. Like, why we go against? But we always putting one another against each other. You know, we have nothing. It's like nowadays you go on social media. It's nothing good to say about each other. You get what I'm saying? Nothing uplifting.
Black women and black men.
Yeah, like we never.
But do you feel white supremacy made it that way? Like
Of
I feel
course.
like we become so like thick skinned or like we get ridiculed every day by media and things that like because our normal is not normal.
Everyone. Right.
Which leads to today's conversation is because we're here to speak about mental health, right?
Yeah.
And mental health plagues the black community because nobody actually
Right.
gets treatment for it.
Yeah,
Because we all have something.
It's like
right?
it's like taboo. Yeah,
Yeah, taboo.
Yeah, I have
Definitely
mental
taboo in the
illness.
black family. Yeah, to
Which
talk
mental
about.
illness do you
Yeah.
have?
I have schizophrenia.
How long have you had it?
I had it for a little bit over 10 years. I was diagnosed maybe when I was like 19, 20. I'll be 31 this year in July. And when I first got diagnosed, it was very difficult to accept. I didn't want to accept it. I was like, man, you doctors don't know what y'all talking about. I don't
Right.
got schizophrenia, you know what I'm saying? But I prolonged my treatment and it made it worse. You understand? So like, and my family, I love my family because they really pushed me and encouraged me to do the treatment, do therapy, take the medication. You know, and I can say now the medication is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
So, as
Thank
a
God
black
for that.
man
Yeah.
who got help from your black family
Yes.
with your mental health, to go back to him and what he was saying, right?
Yeah, I feel like you could feel isolated. You feel like you don't see people that don't look like you often, or you know what I'm saying, or
People that you can
and
relate
I got
to.
diagnosed right after high school, so I feel like that's the time where everybody goes their separate ways. You know what I'm saying? Some go start families, some go to the armed forces, some go to college, and you're isolated. You know what I'm saying? You have nobody to really vent to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that was my problem. I was in college, collegiate stress, pressure from family, stress from life, and I was dabbling with marijuana at the time too. So I feel like that kind of like
Made it worse.
made it worse.
Oh, okay.
So to go back to what Live was saying, he's basically saying that it's basically what I said last week with the black men and black women, we don't stick together. But why do you feel like that, and what do you feel like we can do to make it better?
I feel like we need to come together. I feel like we need to uplift one another instead of like, just come and stop coming against one another. And so, yeah, that's just my thing. I just feel like we should uplift one another and have more positive things to say. And, it's like we can't do anything without each other. You get what I'm saying? Like we gotta, I don't know. That's just my thing. That's just, for lack of a better word, yeah.
I agree, but I'm just not gonna, because, I got attacked last week by these people. I got attacked by a bunch of white women because of my opinions of the black community. And I am not, just because I'm pro-black doesn't mean that I'm anti-white. Yeah. And I feel like what Live is saying, I feel like black people, we did go through a lot with slavery and stuff like that. And that's something that'll always affect us as long as we allow it. And I'm not one of those people like Kanye that's going to say, oh, slavery was a choice. It's not a choice. But at the end of the day, it's a choice to keep using that as an excuse to mistreat each other when we can clearly see. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, all right, we're all adults now. It's like blaming your mommy for things that's going on in your life now. Like, no, these are your problems now. You're no longer a child. So if you want, to make things better, only thing you have to do is start by being respectful. You don't have to marry a black man or a black woman if that's not your choice, but just respect one another.
Yeah, I agree.
Pretty much it.
Also, I feel like media does have a
Play a big
part.
Of course.
They also, like I said, I do follow pages that do support black love, and it's like nothing but like black families,
right.
but they don't push that out as the narrative. And
That's
I'm
not-
like, that means it's really there too. And I looked it up. They said black marriages are actually up right now.
Right.
So, like, the more of, the tearing down, I guess negativity always going to sell. You see what I'm saying?
Of course.
But I get it, because on the shade rooms or in those sites, they promote, it's always like a back and friction between the black man and black woman. You know what I mean? And instead of, being negative, they never uplift those type of couples. It's like they always post the divorce, right?
Right. They post that way more.
Right, they never post the engagement, or they never post the wedding and the happy after ending. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. So I get what you're saying.
Amen.
Man.
So, sis, what's the Frenchie facts of the week?
Okay, the Frenchie facts of the week are big because Rihanna is pregnant.
Yeah.
Rihanna is pregnant.
She got a Harlem baby.
From a New York dude.
Yes.
New York dudes who snatched Beyonce.
That's
He snatched
big.
Riri.
That's big.
New York fellas.
That's
You know what I'm
big.
saying? Ladies, get you a New Yorker.
Because Rihanna's my boo, and ASAP, I'm tight. That's the only
So
woman I really
beautiful.
love. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
You
ASAP.
about to give him some beautiful.
Listen. He's smart.
Smart
She a
move.
billionaire. So
Check me.
She's
Listen.
gorgeous. Even because she could get a billionaire without being a billionaire.
That's a
She could
fact.
lose all her money, and her talent and her beauty will give it to her all over again.
Yeah.
I love Rihanna because she just can do no wrong. And
Yeah,
she's
she's
Barbados,
dope.
just like my family.
ASAP put a ring on it ASAP.
But to piggyback off of that, because that's not obviously not the French facts, I'm just really hypey and I'm fangirling because who doesn't love Rihanna?
Yeah, everybody
She's a
loves
bad
her.
bitch.
Yeah, I
She
love
built
her.
herself up from
I know.
poverty. So,
Thanks.
Rihanna, can you please talk to Jesse?
Thank
Like,
you.
please, ASAP. We
Leave
won't
that nigga, man. Fuck out of here. That's very simple. Like, what he got on
roll
me?
down on me,
He
shorty.
just raps. I could rap too.
He said, what he got on me?
Look,
Yo.
shit. Look, listen.
You dress
listen,
better.
Word. I don't pay my nails.
He a fashion
Ain't
killer.
nothing wrong with paying nails, but I don't pay my nails. Look, listen,
That's
I'm
your
in the
fashion
island.
killer.
I'm gonna shoot my shot. Yo, Rihanna, what's
He's
up?
an island boy
baby?
too,
Take me
right?
What's up, baby?
Dinner.
Take me out to dinner, baby.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Wagwan, baby.
So the French facts, yo, I can't take us serious. The French facts is that I just noticed, like, on social media especially, like, when it's so many mothers today that don't want to be mothers. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's discouraging a lot of the other women to, like, not want to have kids and stuff like that, because all they speak about when they speak about motherhood, what you think about? Being tired, possible fear of postpartum depression, might be having to do it on your own, always with the kids, never getting a break. Oh, I can't smoke, I can't drink, I can't do this, I can't do that. So a lot of people are opting out not to have kids, which is understandable. I believe that people that don't want kids shouldn't have kids because if you bring a child into this world, you have to be prepared to make them your whole life. Me, on the other hand, I love to be a mom. You know what I mean? So I can't relate to a lot of people when they complain like, oh my God, I wish I never did that. Whether you got to do it on your own or you got to do it, you know what I mean? It's still your choice. You can complain about what you go through, but to complain about your child and what you're going through is two different things.
Yeah.
A lot of people are complaining about their actual children. Like they just get really disgusted behind them, and so many women are throwing their babies into the trash and stuff like
That's
that.
crazy.
And just, you know, a lot of teenagers are doing that, and they've been doing that. When there are actually places in the hospital you can go to drop your baby in a box and put them away safely so the hospital could take them. Adoption's always an option if you don't believe in abortion. But I feel like if you don't believe in abortion, but you believe in abusing a child and mistreating them, then you're really stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather somebody get an abortion than to take out their anger and their problems on the child just because you didn't want to go through that little 2 seconds of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting that pulled out of you, right? Because I've had abortions. I'm pro-choice. I'm not ashamed of my choices. I'm happy that I did it when I was supposed to, because I would have never been as happy if I had my child earlier. And I feel like it's a time you know yourself. I lived my life so young. I was outside really, really early, so I knew that I wanted to be a mom when I wanted to be a mom. Like, when I had my son, like, me and my son was planned, actually, but I always told his father, like, you know, if we don't work out, let's just co-parent properly and stuff. So, you know, we have ups and downs, but we both love our child. And I will say that, and I'm grateful that my son has a mother and a father. But at the same time, like, I just wanted to say, to make it short and sweet, if you don't want a child, don't have a child. If you want a child, have a child. Don't let anybody else's opinions on what they are going through with their child, or what they went through with their pregnancy, or what they went through with their mother of their child or the father of their child, just like deter you from what you want to do. If you want to have that baby for you. Don't have that baby because you want to be with a man. Don't have that baby because you want to dress it up and it's going to look so cute. Have that baby because you're ready to pour life into someone other than yourself. If you're not able to pour life into yourself, how can you pour it into a child? And motherhood is beautiful. Like, I want to spread that message because they make it seem so ugly. Like, yeah, I get tired. Yeah, my baby might annoy the shit out of me and he might be bad sometimes, but it's all worth it when, at the end of the night, when I'm the only person he wants to cuddle up under. Mommy, just hearing mommy, and when I run through the door and you see their eyes light up. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best feeling in the world. So just go for that. That's just my opinion. And no, I'm not knocking anybody for what you do. And like I said, I'm pro-choice. I'd rather you pop a plan B and get an abortion than bring a child into this world that you don't want. And then adoption, too, is people that deserve children out there that can't physically have them. So it's really nice if you do put your child up properly for adoption. But mistreating your child, killing your children, and throwing them in the trash, literally, is disgusting.
It is.
And that's the French fry.
French fry.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. And I feel like this show is going to be very special because when people think about disability, right, they think about like physical disability, right? So they see us, they think of parents, they automatically, like, you know, that's labeled as disabled, right? When meanwhile, the number one disability in the United States is mental illness, right?
Yeah.
And it's taboo because people don't think just somebody's walking outside, nothing's wrong with them, right? Because it's not it's not such a strong appearance, on them, right? So we have our guest here, and you said earlier you had schizophrenia, right?
Yes.
So my question, we're going to start off with the questions. Like, you ready?
Let's get them.
Go.
All right, because there's a lot of taboos, and I feel like this is going to help so much people, right? Because also, we wanted you to come on the show because you function. Everything is normal. You have a normal life, right?
Nobody
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's good that you speak about it because other people got to see that you live like a normal life, and this is like normal. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It could come at any time. You know what I'm saying? At your life, you know what I'm saying?
Happen to anyone.
Age.
Any age, all walks of life.
Right. So, when was you diagnosed again?
I was 19.
At 19.
This was 2010.
Oh, okay. And being diagnosed such at a young age and not knowing what's going on, how did you deal with this? And, like, you know what I'm saying? Tell us how you was impacted
At first, I felt ashamed. I felt embarrassed. I didn't want to accept it, you know. And but
What was going on that you felt these? Like, what were some of the symptoms you were having?
like skipping showers, pacing the floor, talking to myself, laughing to myself. My mom would ask me like, "What's wrong?" and I couldn't answer her, you know. And then one day she took me to a psych ward. I got evaluated, and then told me I had schizophrenia.
Wow.
That was like the roughest day of my life. That was the roughest phase of my life, going through those symptoms and stuff like that.
So you felt these symptoms at 19, and you found out at 19 as well?
I found out at 20.
Go
So
ahead.
you felt them at 19, you found out at 20.
Yeah.
And what was your initial thought when you found out?
There's no way this could happen to me.
Yeah.
No way. I felt like my future was bright, you know what I'm saying? And I was young, I was handsome, you know what I'm saying? I was like,
Still good looking king.
there's no way this could happen to me, you know what I'm saying? But life is unpredictable, you know.
That's right.
You gotta accept it, you know.
And you was able to adjust because look
Yeah.
at you now. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Being that you know what I'm saying that this is a taboo in the black community because a lot of times we like to call people crazy because we don't know, right?
He's
Yeah.
sick.
Right?
Yeah.
Or he's
They
sick,
be like,
right?
He's sick, go crazy.
How do you feel about the word crazy when they mention your disability or when people don't know, like you know what I'm saying, during that time, if you was acting a certain way, how do you feel about that label crazy? Because in the wheelchair community, the word handicap is bad, right? And I don't want to be labeled as handicapped, right?
Yeah.
So I could say how somebody that's going through something mental and is being called crazy it's a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So how do you
I feel like a lot of people are not educated to it, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to people like Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club. He makes mental health a topic and he speaks on it about it daily. People like that spread awareness. They have a big platform that could spread mental health awareness, you know what I mean? Shout out to people like that. A lot of people's not educated on it, on the topic. Back then when I first got diagnosed, it wasn't a language for it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people weren't talking about it. But now present day, more people are talking about it.
More people coming forward.
Yeah, coming forward saying, "Oh, I had my issues too. I go see a therapist too, and I take medication for whatever it may be." But you just got to educate yourself, and to make the world a better place.
Yeah, because calling someone crazy is just dismissive.
Have you been called crazy? Not
I-
like by a female you arguing with, like
No.
everybody been called crazy. I'm talking about like when you were having one of your episodes and people seeing you. Did anybody ever call you to your face to where you can hear them, or maybe you overheard your family or whoever saying? Oh,
Maybe
he's
by
crazy?
strangers, yeah. Because I remember vividly, I was on the train and I was like acting strange, and I couldn't help it, And it's crazy because I thought I could help myself to control myself to act calm, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. It's just my mind was just in another place, and people they would stay away from me like 10 feet. Like it was social distancing before social distancing.
Yo, you're from New York, right? So being that you've had those episodes and stuff, when you are in those episodes, do you know what's going on?
I feel like an out of body experience. Like
It's like an out of body
So
experience.
you see yourself, what you're doing, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yes,
Like, that's what
yes,
it's like?
that's
Wow,
exactly what it's
that's
like.
crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy because my grandmother has been schizophrenic my whole life. So just watching her transition, and I never like asked her how she felt about this. So you're the first person I'm asking, So this is really deep and touching to me because I see like you are really strong. You came in here. You can't tell, and that's the thing you have to worry about with people with mental illnesses because you don't want to offend anybody.
No.
If you don't know what's going on, either ask a question or don't and look away. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and stare and make him or anybody else feel
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable, yeah.
It's disrespectful and it's degrading because he can't help himself and neither can anybody else. And you wouldn't want somebody staring at you in your worst moments.
And also this is kind of close to me because like my best friend, I got shot, whatever, right? And at the age of 19, I know something also schizophrenia, something has to trigger something sometimes. And around that age, I know in black men, they develop schizophrenia sometimes, right?
Yeah.
One time he came in the hospital during that time I got shot during that period. And he came in the hospital and he was like, yo, he started hearing voices, right? And I'm like, yo, Sweat, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because mind you, I used to chill with him every single day, right? Yeah. So I definitely see both sides of it, right? Because then I have a cousin that, suffered through it. But I think the first thing, my cousin, he acts very normal. He's living, he got a wife. Yeah, but I think the first thing we have to acknowledge that he has schizophrenia, right? A lot of
That's
people
the first step.
Yeah.
Accepting it is
Accepting
the first step.
That's one of the hardest
That's one of
parts
the hardest
of it, right?
When did you accept it?
It took me a while. It took me like 8 months to accept it.
That's not even a while.
That's not a while. Yeah, people be
It takes some people
years.
decades sometimes.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's really quick, honestly,
Yeah.
especially as a young man.
Yeah, it took me a while. My dad and my mom, they was like my biggest support system.
Yeah, you got-
Thank God for
That's
that.
another
Yeah,
thing.
thank God. Yeah.
That's good. You heard that a strong
Because a
black
lot of-
woman and man.
Yeah, because I notice a lot of times in the black community, in the black communities, like they just shun you off, like, oh,
shun you up.
he all right, that boy, he good,
Yeah.
that type of thing, and they don't really,
And I can speak off my cousin too, because he was going through, a mental illness, and he has a great support system that got him where he is now, right? But then I told you I could speak about the other side where, you know, my friend only has like a certain amount of people in his life, but it could be stronger, right?
Yeah.
And I could see the difference, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like we all need help in some type of way, right? And I think a support system, you know, you're blessed for that, you know? You're very blessed for a great support system, you know what I mean? And, you know, what happened?
I see what you're saying too with the both sides. Like
Yeah,
when
I see
you
both
can see the
sides.
difference between somebody that gets the help and someone that doesn't. But because like I said, with my grandmother, she's had it my whole life, so I met her with it, you know, and I seen her growth with it because it took her a while to like really accept it. But she had a loving mother and father to do it. And now I have a younger cousin who's dealing with it. He doesn't know he has it yet. And
Some people could be stubborn too. Some people don't want to accept it.
but he's very
accept the
he's very smart. Because people have to realize mental illness has nothing to do with your intellect. It has more to do with your feelings, your emotions, and what's going on in your mental. You understand what I'm saying? So he just thinks because he's able to still get up and do this or whatever. But a lot of people with schizophrenia, they form habits. My grandmother, she smokes cigarettes to keep her coping. My cousin, he smokes Black and Milds all day. Did you have any habit that you formed when you?
I was like a holder. Like I used
hoarder?
to. Yeah. Hoarder. Yeah. Did I say that right?
He's a hoe.
My mom,
A hoe.
my mom was a hoarder too.
So you
I used to like buy clothes and
Yeah,
let
she
it
keeps
stack
mad
up in the
stuff,
house. Buy newspapers and magazines. let it
Yeah,
stack
just,
up in the house. Yeah, that was my.
So that was your coping.
that was my
just to keep
coping.
a bunch of shit around.
Yeah, things
don't
that
know what-
things
you
that I thought that I needed, but I really didn't need.
Because it was your mind telling you that you
Yeah.
needed all this stuff, and then when somebody tried to take it, you would.
No,
Act
I
out.
need that. I need that for the future. And
Wow.
yeah.
Okay,
That's really big.
and I know as far as like some people I know when they take medication, it takes their personality away from them, right? How do you feel about the whole medication? Does it help you, and do you feel like does it take away from who you are? Because
Are you on medication?
Yeah.
so how do you feel about medication? Does it?
I've been on 2 different types of medication. The first medication I was ever on when I was younger, it was orally. You had to take it daily. You had to take it at nighttime. You had to take it in the morning. The side effects for that was weight gain. I did not want to gain any weight. That was like that. No, I didn't want to be a fat.
I didn't want to be a fat. Wait.
Fatty. I didn't want to be a fatty. You know what I'm saying? So, I told my psychiatrist, like, no, please, you got to find something else that has no side effects. So the medication I'm on now is amazing, man. That's all I gotta say. I take it once every 4 weeks. It's an injection in my shoulder, and I go see my psychiatrist for like 5 minutes to give me the injection, and I leave. That's it.
You
Wow.
talk to somebody weekly?
I speak to somebody bi-weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My grandmother does that.
every other Thursday, and they
So how long you been doing that?
been doing it for like 9 years now.
So it's consistent.
Yeah, it's consistent.
And it helps a lot.
That's
Very. I talk about my issues, my personal life, and my work life. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Oh, what do you do? Let's talk about your
I work
job.
2 jobs. Actually, I gotta go to work after this.
We taking the man time.
My first job, I work as a home health aide during the week, and my second job, I work as a CASAC worker. That's a credentialed alcohol substance abuse counselor.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
okay.
Did you ever suffer with alcohol abuse?
No, but I have a family history of drug abuse.
So you wanted to get involved? Was
Yeah,
it,
I wanted-
it was personal reasons.
Yeah, it's personal reasons. Yeah.
That's understandable.
That's dope.
That's
Dope. Yeah, that's what's up.
The fact that you're able to, and that goes to show you, I gotta stop judging people because just because somebody has a mental illness, he's helping people, and they don't even know what you have. You
Nah,
know what I
they-
mean?
they really don't.
They
Going
can't
through
tell.
it.
They the person with the problem, so you're being helpful. So it
Wow.
shows. Like
Wow.
that's big.
And I just want to shout out my mom for making 30 years clean.
Shout out to Mama
Shout out to Mama Love. Shout out to Mama Love, man.
Shout out
Word.
up?
my black
That's
queen.
beautiful.
That's what's
beautiful,
up.
man. And this is so
Damn,
important.
mama.
This is so important that you can sit here and say I got schizophrenia, and like that's more people need to come out and say that.
Yeah,
right? 'Cause
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you just said all the things that you're doing, right? And it's like you're living a noble life, right? And I feel like acceptance in any type of, if you don't have a disability, right? Just accepting for who you are and what's going on in your own brain, that can release a lot of things. You're probably, you know what I'm saying?
But
You know?
I feel like with that, it's easier said than done because a lot of people do tell what they have. A lot of people do say, hey, I have depression. Hey, I have anxiety. Hey, I have bipolar. And motherfuckers be like, you good. You just fucking
You
complain
all right,
too much. You
yeah,
do this, you do
yeah.
that.
Depress your
So
ass on these dishes.
I feel like,
Yeah.
right, depress your, exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like instead of maybe admitting to the world what you have, admit it to yourself first.
Right.
Deal with it, get that help, and then you can tell other people, hey, I have this, but you wouldn't even know because I've done the work to get there. That will help.
Yeah.
I feel like only the mentally ill can help the mentally ill, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can we come in? And well, I can even say we, because I got some motherfucking issues too. I don't know if it's because I'm a Gemini, I got multiple personality, but being that my grandmother, being that my grandmother is schizophrenic, and she had my mother while she was dealing with the schizophrenia. I know my mother has anxiety. She has really bad anxiety. You know what I mean? So I don't know if something trickled down from there because she had her with it, and my mother had me with it. So I don't know what I can have. I don't want to diagnose myself or anything like that. Only thing I know I have is PTSD, but I think something might be wrong. Everything might not be clicking upstairs. So just to, understand, like, you don't know what everybody's going through. Stop placing judgment. Ask more questions. Try to get to know things and do the research yourself. If you know somebody that's dealing with any type of mental issue, do the research and try to be there for them. Don't just say, "Oh, that motherfucking bugging out." You know how many times I see my grandmother talking to herself at the edge of the bed at nighttime, and I'm a kid. I'm a kid, like, just literally just, you see her talking to herself, and then we going outside, and then people like, oh, she's crazy, and then it's my grandmother, so I got really defensive. I learned how to protect myself really young because this is my motherfucking grandmother. She could be as crazy as she want. You ain't gonna say that shit. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And especially in the hood, you get into shit behind that.
But
so my mother had to deal with that growing up too. She had to defend her own mom too. So it's like, it's so much ignorance out there that it gets disgusting, because now my grandmother, you can't tell nothing's wrong with her. She's just an old lady that likes to ask questions, and that's her way of coping. So when I see somebody getting annoyed at the questions she's asking, I just tell her, I be like, Grandma, stop talking to people. You know what I mean? You gotta shut it down from there, because people are not even, if they don't care about what you're saying, they don't care about what you have. You understand what I'm saying? They just don't want to talk to you. At that point, people get annoyed, they annoyed.
People don't care to educate themselves.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's why I said you can't tell. That's why I said what you were saying, like, to go and tell everybody, that's something you have to keep that a little dear to yourself.
No, I'm talking about when you're ready to speak out, because I feel like more people need to speak out. So, because like this show is going to air, right? And this is going to help so much people that's dealing with some type of mental disability, and they're gonna be like, it's okay to have schizophrenia. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
All right. It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
And I feel like that's why it's so powerful that he's doing it, and he had to accept.
You
know
what I've learned. You know what I've learned too. It's okay to not be okay.
It's okay.
Not to be okay.
It's okay to not be okay. Yes.
And I feel like that's very important. My other question is, what are some taboos about schizophrenia? Like, what are some taboos that you think, people just don't know? Like, you know what I'm saying? Misconceptions.
Especially in the black community, black family. Or you just plain out crazy, or don't come around him. He talked to himself. Don't come around that boy. Or some some people, like in my family, they felt like, oh, you don't need to take no medication. You don't need no therapy. Nothing's wrong with you. Everybody got something wrong with them. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, you do need the help, man.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have a mental illness, I feel like every black and brown person
should get therapy.
I agree.
To a therapist.
I agree.
That's a fact.
To prevent getting any mental health issues, because you can also have a mental. He wasn't born with schizophrenia.
No.
You don't know what triggered it, like you said. So anything can trigger it. It's in all of us at especially at that age,
any given moment.
Teenage years. Listen to your teenage children. Pay attention to them, and don't just try to lay down rules. I am a firm believer of being a parent and a friend. You know what I mean? Because your child is gonna need that person. And I don't know who you felt comfortable speaking to it about it first. Whether it was your mom.
She's the first one that noticed the symptoms.
So who were you first comfortable to speak about it to? Like,
my therapist.
That was wow.
Yeah.
And that's big, because why do you feel like it was your therapist rather than your parents?
I feel like my parents just didn't understand it at first. So I feel like my therapist was asking a lot of questions. I was like, I feel like that, and I could relate to that. And so my therapist made me feel comfortable with opening up about it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's crazy, because I was mad ignorant at one point to like go and see a therapist, and I'm like, I'm not seeing a therapist, and people that's having a lot of issues and they're just crazy. And, but meanwhile, it's like, there's so much trauma that we go through, and we just need to talk to somebody about it. And I feel like
being black,
and then we just walk around or roll around just thinking that everything's
the world on your
normal is not normal.
It's not normal.
It's not normal.
But to me, like, certain things, I'm like, and I was like, even like friends dying and my best friend having schizophrenia and stuff like that. I'm like, it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that's not
normal. That's not normal.
That's literally you. You literally, I think because of everything that you've dealt with, you've become like like it doesn't.
I don't want to
like,
even say numb, but I feel like that's just my reality.
I feel like you're just like, oh wow, it's like it becomes the norm. I feel like in the Black community, it becomes the normal for things not to be normal. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For things to just be broken. We get so comfortable with broken things that we don't even try to fix them. We just be like, oh, he crazy. That's crazy. That's crackhead Mike. Oh, that's what you go. That's them. That's such and such. That's my crazy auntie. That's whoever.
And I feel like if I went to a therapist and I spoke about certain things, I'm like, oh, that's because a lot of people's behavior is dictated by stuff that's happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? The reason some people are not, it's a reason why some people behave and some people act a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like, and that's why I was like, at first I was mad ignorant about going to therapist. I was telling my lady that, and I'm like, yo, she's like, you need to go see a therapist sometime. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that shit. Because I'm like, then I'm like, I'm sitting there reasoning. I'm like, yo, maybe it's something that's, I could just talk about it. And it's probably problems that is bothering me and I just don't know. Right? Just talk it out. Sometimes you need somebody to talk it out. But my big thing was like, I want to see a Black therapist.
Yes.
I don't want to.
Yes.
So like,
that part definitely.
That
Definitely.
looks like me because I feel like, no offense, white therapists, right? I don't feel like they can understand the problems that I go through as a Black man in America, right? And I want somebody to really look like me and just don't take my money just because I'm just somebody just trying to pay and just trying to seek help. I want somebody to really rationalize and think about, you know what I mean, and understand, right?
Where you're coming from.
Don't just take it because, I'm paying for whatever, Medicaid paying for that shit. Medicaid paying, but so that's very important.
My greatest therapist was white.
It's not saying you can't have a white therapist. I just want a Black therapist.
I'm just saying, like, I've only had, maybe it's because I've only had white therapists since I've been injured, but I just think that I feel like whoever could give me the help.
I feel like a lot of people of color are underrepresented in the mental health field.
Yeah.
So
I feel like we need more Black doctors, of course, more Black judges, more Black lawyers.
all of that.
Yeah, we definitely need more people. So more people in those
But
fields.
my question to you, because the show wouldn't be the show unless I asked you, did the mental illness affect your sex life? Or
Yes.
It did.
Yes.
I had to get the sex life
It
question.
could be a good it could be a day. You could get crazy.
Did it-
Or you can what you can do.
Horny like 24/7.
I thought it was gonna say the other way around, like you couldn't
That's why I
get it
said
up.
couldn't put it. Wow, like
I was like watching porn like it was regular TV.
So
like,
that was your habit. Why you sat there and
don't
said
say
the
you was a
horny shit?
horny,
It was
Oh, so
horny
it
as
was
fuck.
both.
He said it's both of those.
Both.
New clothes.
It was both.
Maybe let me get them chips.
That's
No,
crazy.
he's not.
That's crazy.
So that was it. So did you have sex? Were you still having sex in the two?
No, I was single. I was single at the time, so I was being my meat, man. You know what I'm saying?
You was
Masturbating like it was no tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I was learning like porn star names and the year the
That was
video
your
came
big.
out.
Oh yeah.
So when did you finally get to have intercourse with this illness? Like when did you finally allow yourself to be with a woman again?
That's a good question.
After I became stable. 'Cause I feel like if I was in a relationship while at the beginning stages, I don't know. I probably had like 40 kids by now. Man.
He would have been busting So how long did it? You gotta help the other people out there that's not having sex. Come on, so
Yeah.
Grandma, you need to get some. No, stop. So how long did you wait? After you said you got it at 19. Then you said at 20 you were fully diagnosed with
Yes.
it and you accepted it by 20. So
Yeah.
Then you said like
Which
you said,
age?
you said like it took him like 8 months to like.
no, it was the 8 months that you waited to have
No,
sex.
I was single for 8 years.
Ooh, so you didn't have sex for 8 years?
I didn't have sex for 8 years.
God bless you. Jesus.
Wow.
Oh my God. That's why you had a baby. That's why he said, woo.
As soon as he came outside,
He's not ready.
So
nah,
how's
that's
it
what's up.
going in your life?
She's good. She's doing good. We're going through our trial and tribulations, but that's
every relationship.
Every
Every
relationship. Y'all gonna
yeah.
be good by the time this episode drops, so say something nice.
Yeah, I love you, babe.
there you go. That's what's
She
up. That's what's
understands
up.
your mental illness and
Yeah.
she sticks by you.
Cause I don't have no like no lashes, no lashing out and anything like that. So
And now you're about to welcome.
It's a good woman. It's a good woman.
I pray,
Yeah.
I just pray nothing.
Good woman by your
trickle
side.
downs from me into
He's
my son.
gonna be good.
He's gonna be good. Yeah, don't even think like
You're
it's
there
not
for
even.
him, and you'll be able to guide and help
Yeah.
him.
And like you
Just have
said,
faith.
bro, it's okay. If
It is
anything is okay.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
okay.
You're still gonna
You know what
love
I'm
him
saying?
regardless,
Yeah.
you know. But God is good, and we pray that he doesn't have to deal with it. And
Yeah.
I doubt he will, because he has you, and you'll make sure nothing triggers him.
Yeah,
Tell him leave them bitches alone. Bitches will make you crazy.
Yes.
Probably a bitch that triggers you. Yo, but thank you so much for coming
Yeah, we
on.
appreciate
My
it.
dog,
This is a
my
dope
dog.
episode.
Yeah.
I got one more question. As far as like intimacy, right? Like, cause me, as I feel like I got more sexual with just being in the wheelchair before. Like before, it was just regular, like yo, hit it and quit it, this, that, and third. Do you feel like intimacy with your partner it changed?
That's a good question.
Good question.
Nah, man. Because while I was single, I did a lot of soul searching. You know what I'm saying? I took time to find myself. You know what I'm saying? So when I got into a relationship,
8 years is a long time to find yourself.
yeah,
He was looking, searching.
A lot of soul searching.
I
Found
look.
like 20 people in your ass.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this?
yeah. But while I was single, I was pursuing careers. You know what I'm saying? I became a personal trainer and became a CASAC worker and became a medical assistant.
So you put all of your frustrations and sexual urges into your
Just
work.
chasing
Yeah,
that bag,
I'm saying,
chasing that goal.
Going to the gym and stuff like that.
I'm working on
releasing that.
celibacy, so I might have to write you like, how'd you do it? Oh, you said you beat your meat into oblivion. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna have to flick the bean off.
Yeah, you got to turn that rose on.
Turn that
They got that
rose on.
So we
Yo.
like to end off the podcast saying something positive. What do you have to say about yourself that's positive?
What do you want to leave the people with?
Yeah, or what do you want to
leave them
leave
with?
to
What do you
Something.
want to say? Any type of
Anything.
advice?
For anybody out there, for
Anything.
anyone with a mental,
Life is unpredictable, so just make the right choices.
Nice and
Straight.
sweet. What you want to leave the podcast with? What you want to end it on?
If you not got in the right person or the right partner, beat your meat or flick the bean. That's it.
Hey, what about you, bro?
How you gonna go beat his meat too?
fuck y'all. nah.
This nigga said, New Year's start tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. I'm feeling better. That's it. That's the motivation. That's
I'm gonna
it.
leave it off with I'm having a good year. Just having gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Just gratitude. The other day I woke up in my apartment, like it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just sat there and I was just mad, like happy, like just looking around, like I got a nice car, I got a nice apartment, and I'm healthy, you know, I got a nice family, and I'm like, yo, I got good friends, my friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was just mad happy. I'm like, yo, like I don't really need anything else.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I
yo.
was just, it's just so crazy, and I was just thanking God, like, yo, thank God for everything I got in my life, man, because I'm like, our problems ain't really that big.
It's
son.
really
when you
not.
look at other
Yeah.
people's problems, like, and you
Third
got
world
like,
countries and stuff like that.
you got people in Africa, like kids eating like dirt chips, like,
Why
and I'm
we
like,
always say Africa when we say that there's poverty?
But poverty all over the world,
Africa
but-
is a rich ass.
Yeah, it is a rich
country.
place,
They only
but
show us
you
the
just show the
poverty.
commercials with
We
the
gonna
flies
stop
on and
using
stuff
that
like
as
that.
an example. Anybody,
Anywhere.
anywhere in the world that's eating that, because it's a rich.
Yeah.
Africa is a beautiful, rich
you
place.
got people in the U.S. that's eating.
We gotta
you know,
go.
pork.
We gotta go there. Because watch when
Yeah.
we go there, we're not gonna see none of this poverty and be tight. That's all they
Yeah.
pushing to us. That's why they don't want us to go back. They
that's a
want us to
fact.
stay out of there. We going back.
But,
Fuck out of here.
yeah, I just
Can't
was
stop
like,
us.
you know.
we out. Right?
Yes.
Take babies.
Yes.
Taking them to Africa. Good. I don't know which hand was it.
It's definitely this hand.
Okay, we out of here. We gotta go to Africa.
Definitely. But
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, I was just really grateful, and I sat there and I was just like, I don't know, it was a lot. And I was like, yo, I'm just mad happy, and because I'm like, yo, a lot of things could have went left.
Yeah,
But it
yeah.
went right. So you know, just be grateful for the things, small things you have, and you know, just be in the moment. You know,
And
cherish.
he's able
You know,
to afford a new outfit for every show.
you know,
so.
you know. Gotta stay fresh to death.
Everybody,
you know
all
what
of
I'm
us,
saying?
you
You gotta
feel
stay
me?
fresh to Dizzy, but. You know, thank you for coming.
Thank
You know,
you
I
so much.
appreciate
don't know if it was
you, man.
easy
Thank
or
you.
hard to talk about. You know, mental
I'm
disability.
comfortable. I'm comfortable in my skin. So.
That's
You know,
This
and
is a good episode.
I feel like this is
Yeah,
very
me too.
needed, especially in the Black community. And if you like ever want a platform to speak about something and you know showcase anything, please call us. And you know,
Absolutely.
I thank you for coming.
I want y'all
Appreciate you,
follow me
bro.
on the gram too.
Oh yeah, what's your
Got
Instagram?
it.
What's your stuff?
My Instagram is rich__ the number one of OF and the number one.
And your Facebook?
Rich one of one.
Richmond Bradshaw Jr.
Okay. All right. Anything to come in the future? Like you have anything that's you know you want to put into work? Podcast.
Nah, nothing I could think of.
Right now, you're working on that family.
Working on his
That
baby.
baby on the come.
Family,
Yeah, that's what's up.
And this is episode 18. Thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.